In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create a floor finish layer, and that is so that you will be able to indicate the different flooring types on your design plan. So what I'm going to do is begin by creating a generic floor finish layer, and it's going to be 1 inch thick, and it's going to be used to indicate all of the different floor finishes available. So I'm going to start by just creating a floor, and I will put it, let's see, I'm going to put it right here in our conference room. Now, right now, you may not have this selected, and I've been practicing this before, so I made sure that I've got it. But for right now, what I'm going to have you do is just select your generic 12-inch filled for your flooring layer. And you are going to hit the checkbox. Now, it's going to tell you, it's going to ask you this question. We're going to say no. And now what I want you to do is go ahead and select that floor. And we're going to do an edit type, because right now there's two floors right on top of each other, both that are 12 inches thick. So we're going to go to edit type, duplicate, and we're going to call this finish layer carpet. Okay, now we're going to change the thickness. And right now it's 1 foot thick, and that's the structure, but we're going to actually change this from structure to a finish. And we're going to change the thickness from 1 foot to 1 inch. We're going to uncheck this box and hit OK. And let's see, one more thing before we go here. We're going to change this finish from here, from a by category. Click the button, the 3 little dots appear, and it's going to bring us to the materials library. And we're going to go down to where it says carpet. And you can see that the color it's going to render is this sort of brown color. The pattern will be a sort of a sand pattern. It does not have a cut pattern, what it would look like if we were to cut, but just to make sure that it is showing and cutting properly, I'm going to hit that concrete finish because it's going to give us a stippling effect. Apply, OK, and OK. Then once I hit OK here, it's going to change to this carpet finish, so that's right. Except that now it's going to be sitting on top of the existing floor that we already have. And what we actually want is for this floor to be offset from the level by 1 inch so that it's sitting on top. Let's try that again. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a section cut and see how that looks. Okay, you can see that this is different than painting because you can see there's the structure right there, the structure of the carpet. It's fundamentally changed how this building lays out because now it's actually sitting on top of the subfloor layer, okay? And then we can go ahead and take a look at this area now. For the rest of this, it's a matter of how, manually how you want to do this. We know that we're going to have another little floor finish here in the areas where there's going to be tile on the floor. But what we can do is just create that floor. You should have your finish layer. If not a generic one, you can go ahead and create your finish layer for tile. And so we're going to do it the same exact way. What I'm going to do is create I'm going to use the carpet layer that I just created because it's the thickness and it's set exactly right. But you'll see how I change it slightly to make it tile this time. Actually, let's go ahead and do it right here. So I'm going to do the entire floor, but I'm going to adjust this boundary just a little bit. And I'm doing everywhere except where I want tile. Actually, it'll be quicker if I do it this way. Let's take a look. What I'm doing now is cutting out the hole where I want the tile to be. May not let me do that overlap. That's fine. And it looks like I'm just a little bit out of alignment here. Okay, so this is everywhere we want the wood floor to go, and you can see I've cut out the areas where the tile is. So we're going to hit the green check box, and we're going to say no because we don't want the floors, the walls to go all the way up to this finish layer. We want it to go to the structural floor. So we hit no. And now you can see it's the finish layer carpet. So you're going to do edit type, duplicate, and we're going to do finish layer carpet. We're going to change this to wood. Same thickness, same offset, but now for the material, instead of it being a carpet, we're going to have it be wood. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to make the surface pattern or how I want it to look on the plan like this. Okay, and now here, I shouldn't see this, this floor finish right here. So I'm going to edit that boundary. Okay, so now that is empty. So now I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm going to do tile. Okay, and now we've got our tile there. And then the only other thing I'm going to do is select on this floor finish layer and edit the boundary. And then I'm going to grab this area as well and make that carpet. So what's great about this method is that now you have the flooring finishes created, and then if you look at your section of that space, you can see that they're sitting on top of the floor, the subfloor here, just like this. And it looks wonderful. And when we look at the actual design plan, it's beautifully rendered to show exactly what finishes you've got in each spot.